You again. What's up, everybody? Michael Ninja's back at it again. You know how I like to do it. Press record and speak what's on my mind. All right, y'all. Today, I hope you're being a blessing. I hope you're being a blessing to someone in need. All right, y'all. So today, you know how I like to just chop it up from the top of my head. You know, if you're on this channel, you're going to be hearing some crazy, weird shit. Nothing too out of control, but if you can't handle it, then scroll on by. I don't care. Do I care I only have a few subscribers? No. Do I care if you hit like or not? No. But you're here again, ain't you? All right, so did black people create white people? Boy, you best check out this story. The story of Yaqub and Yashua. Kind of sounds like Jacob and Israel, right? Like the son of Jacob and the son of Israel. All right, so check this out. How's the story begin? Black people came to this world from another universe, from another planet that was destroyed. Okay? So they had to inhabit this planet, which is the inner earth, where you get these stories from the Hopi Indian about people living in the inner earth. Now, I don't know the name of these people, but let's just call them the big head black people. Okay? Big meaning, like big head, not meaning in a bad way, but big head kind of like if you were to say someone had big muscles, right? It's a compliment. So these big head black people were intelligent. They were smarter than surface dwellers. There was already people on the surface. So these beings, black beings, man, it's a whole crazy story, and it kind of goes along with the Bible. And it goes along with the Egyptian hieroglyphs. Okay? So what happened is you have the black people, and then you have the cone people that live inside the planet Earth. The Coneheads. Okay? Yes, like the movie Coneheads. Except the Coneheads came in so many different colors. The reason why they were in so many different colors is because they had previously, before civilization started, began grafting out of themselves the opposite of themselves, which happened to be these pig-like creatures with like short elephant tusk nose, all right? Kind of like, you know, those big nose creatures. All right, so look it up. So check it out. These ugly ass big nose creatures were like the vile creatures. They were just disgusting. Anyways, because they were grafted out, the Coneheads was in charge of them. So with their with the pig elephant nose like people with their violent way of being, the big head black people were like, hey man, you know, y'all Coneheads need to put this in check. So I want to say they ended up annihilating those people, getting rid of them, like just wiping them out. So there was still kind of a feud between the black and the Coneheads. So what happened was the black ruler gave her daughter to the other, the Conehead, and the Conehead gave his daughter, ruler gave his daughter to the black, big head black beings as an offering, and then there was peace between them. Okay, things got better, what and whatnot. Now, let's go on over to so the princess that went over to the Conehead side, she was fine. She adapted. The princess that went over to the black side, well, she felt out of place. She felt ostracized. Okay? They accepted her, but she didn't like their strictness, their rules. So what happened was that ruler had a brother. Okay. Now the brother, there's a good brother and a bad brother. Well, the bad brother met the good brother's wife. Now they happen to live in inner earth because they live longer in the inside of earth, as opposed to living on the surface where, you know, I guess oxidation, whatever, and you happen to just die sooner or faster. So they live in the surface, they live longer. So what happened was the bad brother and the wife went up to the surface and they were having sex. They was fucking around, dicking her down or whatever. So they'd go back and forth, back and forth. Well, during their little excursion, she ended up getting pregnant. Ooh, got that baby bump. So now they can no longer go down because they done fucked up. Okay? So now they stay at the surface. Well, the king at the time was like, well, hey, where is so-and-so? Where my brother and where my wife? You know, they happen to be gone at the same time for the same length amount of period. So he kind of wasn't stupid. He figured it out. These motherfuckers is fucking around. So he had ordered his brother to be killed, right? And his wife, because she's with child, he exiled her to the surface. Huh, what story does that sound like? Sound like the brother killing Osiris, right? And the wife with child, bastard, right? So the child grows up. The child is Jesus. The child grows up, child is like, so fast forward, his mom dies or gets killed. So he has to go back and live with his people, right? His uncle. His uncle. So he goes, he lives with the uncle. The uncle already knows who he is. So they kind of have, you know, he kind of has animosity. So he starts preaching all the wicked ways. And so the people round him up and they want him. Oh, he got banished to the surface, right? And in the time that he was on the surface, he got teased, he got made fun of because of his head, right? Because you know how cruel, stupid-ass human beings are, how we bully people? Yeah. So they start bullying this motherfucker, right? With the big head. They talking shit about him, right? And so he harbors all this hate. So he's like, you know what? I can't stand you black people, okay? And he tells his uncle that one day he's gonna create something that's gonna rule over his uncle, black people. And he was like, what? Are they gonna be, you know, mischievous? Are they gonna be criminals? Are they gonna do wicked things? And he's like, the least. They're gonna rape, murder, and pillage. That's the least they're gonna do. So he had planned, this little bad kid had planned that when he get old enough, he gonna create people to wipe out all the black people of the world. Now tell me you don't see that going on right now. All right? So what happens is he ends up telling them, before you exile me, before you get me out of here, give me 20 years. Like, give me 20 years. Give me 20 years and all the money and support so I can get everything together and get my people out of here. He had like about 60,000 people, followers. So at the end of 20,000 years, they gather up these boats. There's 60,000 people. They get on a boat and they set sail. They get out of Saudi Arabia. Okay. They start going along the coast, going over around Africa. So as they're making their journey, from Saudi Arabia all the way over to like the Americas, or actually, the other side of the continent. The followers, the 60,000 followers, start getting word of what Yaqub, how he plans to create these dominant people of the opposite race. So this began his 1,000-year process. Okay, so as they're going along the ship around Africa, these people realize they don't want to have any part of his plan. So they start getting off the ships in different areas, different ports around Africa. And that's why you have the different shades and the different ethnicity, different looks of all the people of Africa. And by the time he got down to up and around like to Europe, remember, starting from black, he educated himself to be genetically smart and understand, the world, the planet, and everything. So he knew the schedule of the world and planet. So what he did was he realized in his DNA, through magnetism, whatever, he was able to locate his dad's black gene and his mom's lighter skin conehead genes. So he started having sex with all these women, having children, and what he started doing was killing off the darker skinned babies. So when they had brown skinned babies, he would match the brown skinned babies together and the lighter skinned babies to light. So for 200 years, he created brown skinned people. The next 200 years, he created yellow skinned people. The next two, or red skin, next to yellow, next two became albinos. So it took him so many hundreds of years to create albinism. And with the albino people, he had them pretty much locked away, put away in the mountains, the Caucasus Mountains. That's where, they lived in a cold region. They wore fur. They began to act like animals. They started eating meat. They started eating cannibalism. They started all incest. All the stuff that we hear about started there. I might be elaborating a little bit, but it makes sense, right? So they're disgusting, vile creatures, right? So what Yaqub did was he sent someone to go and civilize these people. So he went, he civilized them, and it makes sense because... So anyways, you hear stories of, black man civilizing the white. Okay, so he went to civilize them. Well, once that black man brought them out of the caves and down, they killed him. Yes, these white men killed the black man. And then they began Yaqub's plan to roll out his cynical plan. And that was for these white people to procreate and basically take over the world and punish black people because they had his message. They had his message. His hatred for black people was embedded into these white people. Okay, he hated these black people because they teased the fuck out of him, and because his uncle, who was black, had his dad killed because he didn't know his dad was cheating on his mom. So, he was upset about that. So he wanted to take that shit out on the black people. Okay, so now that he okay, so the people found out what he was doing. He was killing off the black babies by sticking a needle in the top of their head, dumbing them down. If they didn't die, he'd feed the babies to animals or he'd cremate them. This is how sick he was. This is Yaqub. Now his brother, who was the good brother, who had the offering of the Conehead, he had a child, and their child had a big head also. Okay, Yaqub had two heads, like two brains, but Ishmael had the two heads plus the cone head on top. So it's like he had three heads. So he was even smarter than the first one. The first one you could call the devil. Okay, he's the devil's maker. He created the devil. Okay, now this one, Ishmael, brother Ishmael, he was smart enough to reverse his cousin's actions of creating these white people and creating hell on earth. So his plan was for basically black people to remerge with every single race to redominate the world with blackness. And it kind of makes sense right now in this time and age where I keep hearing these people say that their race is being wiped out, but yet they control just about everything. Their narratives is that they're smart, they're wealthy, they're intelligent. But I see different. I watch the news, I watch TV. You have your educated ones, and then you got them dumb fucks. And that's in every race. There's some dumb fucks in my race, and my people, and black people, Asians, Hispanics, no matter what. There's some dumb fucks in every single fucking race. Why? Because we all one. Okay? Now, look up the story yourself. You ain't got to listen to me. I don't care. I'm just dropping this video. You either listen or you don't. Okay? Look up big-headed scientists. Look up Yokub and Ishmael. And then come back and comment whatever the fuck you want to say. It's up to you. Okay? So I just think it's a trip how it just lines up, you know, with the story in the Bible, you know, with like Set and Osiris is like Cain and Abel's story. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Set killing Osiris, leaving Mary with Horus, right? Same thing. The brother killed the brother, right? Leaving the mom and the child on the surface of the earth. And if you look at the Egyptian hieroglyphs and all that, we have the Black Madonna and child, right? Does it not make sense? We have the Black Madonna and child. People, you can't just change history. My bad. You can't just change history, motherfuckers. I mean, you can like not understand it and then just make up your own shit. That's what seems to kind of happen. But then to set it to your advantage as if like Jesus was really white. Come on, people. That's how y'all manipulated that shit. Putting sections in the Bible talking about be happy to your captives, be happy to your slave master. Bitch, fuck you and your fucking Bible. That's where the Bible ends for me. Kiss my ass. I'm that soul that's against slavery. I'm that motherfucker that's not gonna work. You gonna have to kill me first. Stop my heart, bitch. I ain't finna do shit. Unless I get paid, unless I have a way to live my life better. Because that's why we here on earth, to live a good life. Although we must be balanced. Okay, we must be balanced because we do possess that the evil that was grafted out, that pale evil, whatever that was grafted out of black, dark men and mulatto men. That evil is still in us. We still got it. We just have to know how to humble ourselves, and we got to know how to extinguish that evil within ourselves. And that's how you gain your light heart. That's how you release a heavy heart. That's how you ascend. Get out of this third dimensional realm. Okay? The past, the present, the future, it's all one. It's hard to understand because we stuck on this clock thing. But when you look at the past and the present, it's almost like everything is simultaneously running all at once. Quantified. I don't know. Blah. But yeah, so the way the story goes, man, look it up and check it out for yourself. You already know, if you watch my channel, I ain't the one that's going to teach you. I'll tell you about it. I'll hit you up on something, and then you got to look for it. When I watch other people's video, I listen to the thing, whatever they got to say, and it don't matter. It could be 30 minutes of some mumble jumble, but it might take 12 seconds for that person to say one thing to me that I need to know. You get what I'm saying? Just like you could be watching my whole video. I ain't saying shit to you, but I might spark something in your mind that take you to the next level. And that's how light work. You see that? That's how light work. If you a light worker, that's how it work. Or you tell me how it work. I know how I work. I'm not supposed to have nothing. But I know I'm supposed to tell you so you can get it started. So you can get it done. You feel me? You the one. You didn't just come to this video on accident. You can't just come to this video on accident. I don't have enough subscribers for you to come to this motherfucking channel on purpose. They not promoting this channel. I ain't no spiritual guide. I ain't none of that. I'm just a personality that's here to tell y'all that we, the guardian angel people, we're here to protect these children. We're here to protect these women. We're here to protect these elderly people who have the knowledge, who have the record, the records, the time records that should be passed on to the youth. But hey, what do I know? You know, each his own. Your reality, your universe is different from mine. I see the evil. I see the bad. I could join them. I could easily join them. But I choose not to. And man, I'm always pressured to just act a fucking fool. But you gotta know when to fight your battle. You can't act the fool all the goddamn time. That's why I preach being balanced. You ain't gotta be good all the time. You just gotta have a good heart. When somebody come at you wrong, that's when you gotta be ready to, you know what I'm saying, unleash the inner beast in you. You feel me? I call upon a gorilla, the silverback gorilla energy, vibe. You feel me? Until then, I'm like a dragon. Mystical. Cool. Collective. But step on my toe. Fuck with me the wrong way. And say I won't. Say I won't spit hot fire on your ass. Spit some hot fire on their ass one time for me, bitch. Ha! That's that for Kevin Hart. For y'all motherfuckers that know Kevin Hart. The rest of y'all, swipe. You feel me? Hit like, share, subscribe. Hit the motherfucking subscribe button if you want the bing bell for the next time I hit one of them videos. If not, move the fuck on. Move the fuck on. I don't care about you or nothing you do. Move the fuck on. This video ain't for you. It's for my folks. The real ones. The number ones. But if the shit I was telling you was interesting, you really, really, really want to find out more, I'm telling you. Look up Big Head Scientist. And you're going to see the picture of a big head black man. Watch the video. This shit has been preached from Elijah Muhammad. I'm pretty sure the Honorable Minister Farrakhan has an idea of what the fuck is going on, because this man got knowledge of our people.